Very good afternoon to all again, and this is Sonia saying in front of you everyone, and we are just going to discuss about the Indus Valley civilization. See, exactly we are not going to discuss about the Indus Valley civilization. Actually, we are just going to discuss about the lost civilization. So lost civilization specifically, we're just going to discuss about the whole, I think the first Indian civilization, the Indus Valley civilization. My yesterday's session was based on the Mohenjo-daro, where I already done about the different segments about how the Harappan civilization, how the Mohenjo-daro is considered as a amount of dead, what is the important features, the significance, the scope. We can say that the artifacts, of the importance of the jewelry, the importance of the seals, everyone. And we are just going to discuss about the different right. So this is all about the the basic information exactly. Sometimes we check, and why it is a very important and basic. We can say the information. This is not only the basic information, because we are just checking the whole scenario of the civilization. The civilization is instantly I think a number of the times that I told you everyone, the civilization is not only existing with the one day process कि भाई इतनी बड़ी civilization है, ऐसे आया और ऐसे शुरू हो गई. Civilization is exactly working in a very gradual sense of understanding. So we have a numerous of the civilization. We have a Harappan civilization. Whenever I'm discussing about the Mesopotamian civilization, now, and I have Egyptian civilization as well. So I have numbers of the proofs of the civilization, that how the civilization is actually working. So in this session, I think this session is not only important as per the perspective of the we can say that the perspective of the students who are working, who are preparing for the IS, for the UPSC aspirants. But definitely this session is also important for those who are just very much showing the keen interest in the history and the different facts of the history. So we are just going to discuss about the different aspects, everyone. See, you can see on the screen that what happened to the Harappan civilization actually. I hope my screen is completely, visible, everyone. My voice is audible as well. So you can see that how the Harappan civilization and how the expansion of the civilization is occurred there, how the different artifacts, the different, the importance of the social aspects, we can say that religious aspects, the cultural aspects that we saw while the spread of the civilization. So this is somehow a very interesting question, everyone. The moreover the civilization which was already expanded moreover 5,000 years, how the civilization is completely ended over, and what is the reason behind it actually, what are the factors behind it, what are the significance of it, what are the objectives. And ठीक है, अगर हम ये मान भी लेते हैं कि ठीक है civilization is ended over, so it is a very important to check कि ऐसा क्या हुआ, what is the reason behind it, what happened actually, कि 5,000 साल की civilization is suddenly one day, it's seriously not a one day process. Definitely, if we have a vast civilization, we have a positive aspects, that we have a very social, religious positive aspects. Surely we are looking for some negative aspects. कितनी बड़ी civilization में कुछ न कुछ कमियां तो होंगी. Even the problem is coming out with the, we can say with the weathers, we can say the flood and definitely the invasion of the Aryans as well, because we have already examples of the, then the west of Iran, we have examples of Rigvedic age, that how the Aryans completely attacking the rest of the parts of the northwest section, the lower Gangetic region and the upper Gangetic region. So we have numerous of the objectives. So we are just going to discuss everything in a very vast and in a very quick manner, everyone, that how the things are completely important and interesting factor showing whenever we discuss about the world biggest civilization, the Indus Valley civilization. Now, before going to start the session in depth, everyone, I would like to introduce with the Exampur Sarkari Preparation app. Surely you can download the app, everyone, and just go ahead on the Play Store, just write down Exampur Sarkari Naukari Preparation app. You can download surely, and you just log in the app with your mobile number, the 10-digit number you have, and definitely you can register you can register on the app with your email ID, and surely you can get lots of the benefits while downloading the app. This app is not only giving the live interaction with the teacher, but definitely you can download the PDFs, you can join the Zoom meetings, you can check the demos as well, you can check the application classes and the YouTube classes, and don't forget to share this app with your peer groups, with your relatives, with your rest of the the friends, so that everybody have to know about the benefits of Exampur Preparation app. Now, so what is civilization? First of all, whenever we discuss about the word civilization, exactly it is such a very vast and very broad concept of meaning, right? The Oxford Dictionary gives a definition: the act of the process of civilized or being civilized. It means that what we have and इससे पहले हम क्या थे और अभी हमारे पास क्या है. The other definition of the Oxford Dictionary gives an advanced state of a human society. The advanced, status of a human society in which a high level of a culture, science, industry, and government has been reached. Right? State of a human. We can say the human society. Surely we can say that the human society. We can say the survival of the human beings, the level of a culture. We can say that the existence of the culture. Science and the industries, definitely we can say the participation of the industries, that we have a very good example of a Lothal, we have a very good example of a Chaundaro, that we found the beads making factories. And what about the government? Surely we don't have any evidences, and we don't have any we can say proof of any administrative classes and the priest and monarch classes in the Indus Valley civilization. But definitely we cannot ignore that the whole civilization, the vast civilization, definitely needy of any government or any governing body. That's why somewhere we got the sculptures like a priest from the Mohenjo-daro, right? So this is somehow civilization is such a very broad meaning, where the existing of the not only the human society, human culture, the industry, and the government is exactly existing there, right? Now, you can see the map, everyone, on the screen. This map is completely, I think, informative for everyone. Why it is completely informative? This is completely informative because Indus Valley civilization, the mature phase, we can say that the Harappan civilization, you can see the Mohenjo-daro civilization, you can see on the screen, everyone. I'm just showing the correlation in both of the civilization. Mature phase Harappan civilization is also considered. I think numerous of the names you can see on the screen, everyone, on the map. Not only the Harappan civilization, not only the Mohenjo-daro, we have a Kalibanga, Banavali, Lothal, Chaundaro, Ropar, right? Rojadi, we have Kotdiji, we had numerous of the sites of the mature Harappan phase. And these, the cities, we can say, the markets, we can say, the regions, these are completely based on the structure of the urbanization. Right, we have a markets, we have a town planning, we have a trade, we have a commerce, we have a numerous of the factors, we can say that in the mature Harappan phase. So you can see moreover 50 of the cities, we can say the towns, we can say that, or the regions that we can see on the screen, on the map as well. So this is such a very interesting question in itself, that how these cities, these towns, the trade and commerce, suddenly declined, suddenly destroying. What are the reasons behind it? What are the factors behind it? चीजें कैसे खराब हुई हमारी? Very good afternoon. right? So this is somehow a very prominent information, and it is such a matter of concern as well, that how the things are exactly started, how the things are completely existing and completely ended later on. So definitely we have to be talk and we have to discuss all these things. Now you can see the rest of the map, everyone, on the screen. It is already showing the world first civilization all began in River Valley. Right, we cannot forget the name of Indus, the Sindhu, we can say, the Ravi, the Chenab, the Jhelum, right? And the first civilization began in the area known as the Mesopotamia. I think exactly you can see the whole part of that, which is going to start from the northwest section, right? The shift we can say from the south west part, the flourishness of the we can say the whole civilization. Definitely, we cannot forget about the Babylonian, the Mesopotamia. You can see the correlation, everyone, and directly you can see the correlation, the consolidation between the trade and the commerce that not only flourish with the Harappan, the Mohenjo-daro, and the northwest and the southwest, but definitely this is completely flourished in the Babylonian, the Ur, we can say the Mesopotamian, the Egyptian civilization. You can see on the screen, everyone. Right, so this is not only the discussion about the Indus Valley civilization, because Indus Valley civilization not only giving the knowledge of getting to get the understand the how the civilization is ended actually, but definitely it is giving the wholesome evidences specifically for the first civilization begin of Mesopotamian and Egyptian as well, right? Now, early civilization in India, the big idea changes to the physical environment and the migration of the Aryans led to major changes in the Indian culture, everyone. Tigris, we can say that the Nile is basically the ancient Egyptian we will know as. And what about the Tigris, the ancient Mesopotamian Babylonian civilization, and the Indus Ganga, we can say that the Vedic civilization, we can say that it is somehow a very prominent place. Definitely, we can say the changes in the physical environment which is completely gradually changed, the migration of the Aryans that they came from the northwest section, they settled down the upper Gangetic region, they again shifted or migrated in lower Gangetic region. See, so that's why sometimes you have to be aware and sometimes you judge everyone. The Indian map, and specifically the lower Gangetic region, is still is just burdened with the numbers of the regions and the burden of the cities and towns, the marketing, the trade, the commerce, we can say that. So these are somehow the prominency of the, we can say the civilization which is flourished time to time. And what about the next? We can say, discuss about the planned city on the Indus. This is somehow very interesting feature of the planned city of the Indus. The name, the conclusion that have been drawn about Indus, the river culture, the first prominent features of the Indus, we can say that the conclusion that have been drawn, the first began farming along Indus about 3200 BC, size of a settled region larger than Egyptian or Mesopotamian. Carefully, we can say that the careful city planners laid down and agreed with the defendable citadel. Right, and we can sophisticated plumbing and sewerage system. We have peaceful people that are spending their life. Whenever we discuss about the social aspects of the Indus Valley civilization, similarity in the housing indicates the little differences between social classes. Religious objects and symbols clearly linked to the Hinduism. So definitely we have a very good example of a swastik that we found similarly in the Mesopotamia, or similarly that we found in the Mesopotamian, in the Indus Valley civilization as well. And left, we can surely ensure that how the excavation is working actually. Whenever we discuss about the sort of the differentiation between the Indus Valley civilization or between the, we can say, the Mesopotamian civilization, surely we cannot forget about the excavation that we got in the religious perspectives. About, surely Hinduism is considered to be the world oldest religion, surely, and definitely we can correlate the world oldest religion with the we can say the Mesopotamian civilization, or with the Indus Valley civilization, where we specifically got the swastik symbols in it. And terracotta figurines we have, the female goddesses we have, so surely we can directly connect it the things with whom the oldest world religious religion, the world biggest oldest civilization, And we cannot forget about the Zendavesta, the Iranian, we can say epic, Rigvedic age. We cannot forget about Rigved. We cannot forget about the rest of the part of the about the rest of the civilization, that how the civilizations completely flourished, right? So it is such a very big question that we have a moreover specific objectives, we have a moreover specific positiveness about the Indus Valley civilization, that we have a very much positive aspects of the society, we have a very good positive aspects of economy, that numbers of the people merging themselves in the part of the agriculture, part of the economy, that moreover the 90% people completely dependent on the agriculture. And agriculture is definitely providing you lots of the trade and commerce, I think, opportunity, and they are completely correlated or interlinked with different aspects with the Mesopotamia, with the Nile, with the Egyptian civilization, we have Indus Valley civilization. So, friends, it is very important to discuss that how the civilization is exactly destroying. What are the reasons behind it? What are the factors behind it? That सब कुछ बहुत perfect है, सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा है. So what is happened actually? हुआ क्या दरअसल, right? Now, the Indus Valley civilization flourished around to 5000 BC. That I already discussed about the mature phase of Harappan civilization, that how it is working actually. I already took the name numbers of the regions and cities, that I already took the name of Mohenjo-daro. I already took the name of Harappan, Kalibanga, Dholavira, Lothal, Chahundro. We have a Banavali. We have a a Roper as well. So we have a numerous of the regions that it is not flourished till the time phase of the Indus Valley civilization, till the time phase of a northwest region, but also in the time phase of till the time phase of the southwest region, right? So what is the reason behind it? It is very important to understand the reasons. What are the reasons behind it? The civilization of the Egyptian and the Mesopotamian and the Chinese civilization we have already. This ancient civilization was not discovered until 1920. That we cannot forget about the name of Dr. Banerjee we have, and we have a moreover very prominent names that we excavated the whole of the civilization. And what about the end of the Indus civilization? We have a numerous of the factors, the environmental factor we have a geographical factor as well. So definitely it is very important to discuss that what is the reasons actually. Reasons क्या क्या थे हमारे पास? Environment, specifically repeated floods caused the course of the Indus River to shift away the whole civilization from the northwest region. We can shifted from the rest of the southwest region. New culture group called Aryans migrated invasion. Definitely we have a different separate region, different factors of the Indus Valley civilization, how it is exactly working, and may have a violent and conflict. Surely, see, in the yesterday session, I already discussed about the two segments of the whole civilization. The upper part that I already discussed about the people who are, just leading the upper class society, that already giving the evidences of the priest and the other peoples, right? So what is happened there? What is happened there? Actually, it is very important to just ki hua kya fir, right? And the lower class people, the people like us who are just emerging themselves in the middle class, and they have already very much needs. They have a very much the prominence in the society. So what happened actually? Definitely the violation and the conflicts definitely occurred and happened there in the Indus Valley civilization. And skeletons, you can see the image. I think the image is completely clear to everyone. Those can watch the screen in a very clear manner. You can see the image which is very clear, and in the further slides surely I will just going to show you the different slides about the skeletons. So the evidences of the skeletons, the evidences like Burj Home in Kashmir, we have a numerous of the evidences that we got, that we found actually, that is somehow representing the loss, the violence in the Indus Valley civilization. One more thing I would like to mention there, that we cannot make sure anything in one time कि भाई एक बार में सब कुछ हो गया होगा. That violation we have a flood, we have environmental changes as well. But definitely when we start about the the changes that I earlier discussed about the time phase of a space and time, that I already discussed all these points of opinion, everyone. And what about the decline of Indus Valley? So we have a city started to show signs of a decay. The bricks, the architecture, no longer magnificent. We have new evidences that we find the climate and the bad weather were major impact, because we discussed the beginning of the era ना कि 5000 साल पहले की बात कर रहे हैं. तो definitely in the 21st century we are living, we are always looking the the changing in the nature, that we already getting a very good example of a pandemic as well, the COVID-19. So this is somehow a very good output of the COVID-19. The output of the bad environment and the likeness of the human being and the differentiation with the human beings and the human and the nature. But surely the Indus Valley decay, people migrated to different parts of the Indus subcontinent. So this is such a very important and significant part of our Indus Valley civilization. Later on, the disappearance of the Indus Valley civilization, Dravidians we can say that, the Dravidians we can say, the Aryans we can say that, the attack of on the northwest region, this is somehow very prominent parts of it. Right. And what about the, we have a Harappan culture. Last year we have a numerous of the theory, like if I'm just giving the example of a John Marshall, giving the example of a E.J.H. Mackay, and a decline the Harappan civilization was mainly due to the vagaries of the Indus rivers. And we have some evidences which is devastation by floods to be found in the Mohenjo-daro and the Lothal, because Lothal is a somehow very prominent region which is situated in the western part, the western Ghats we have. And Lothal not only the prominent part, because somehow the we can say the trade and the commerce happened there. And according to the numerous causes, the natural, we can say the human in the invasion of the nomadic outsiders, the people those are not interested to living the settled life, and floods, social backup of the Harappans, and we have a numerous of the causes of the Harappan civilization declination. Right, so we cannot stagnate on the one point कि भाई ये वाला कारण रहा होगा इसकी वजह से ये हो गया है. See, I already told you, whenever the things will be happened in the historical perspective, we cannot just blaming a one reason. We cannot blaming a one step that कि ये था तो इसकी वजह से ये हुआ. Definitely, if the things gonna be happened, there is a reason behind it. The reason might be the flood. The reason might be the hunger. Might be the violence. Might be the flood. The disbalance between the human and the environment, segments. So there is a numerous of the causes that we get in the Harappan civilization, in the loss of the Harappan civilization or decay. I already showing the image everyone on the screen. I think the image of the skeleton that we found from the Mohenjo-daro, that you also consider as the dead mound of a civilization, is such a very prominent and a very important image, that from this image definitely you can judge that how the things is flourished actually, and how the loss of the civilization impacted on the human beings, the whole population as well, we can say. Declining is basically, for example, the city of Mohenjo-daro was abandoned. कुछ पता ही नहीं कि कहाँ गया. No one knows about the lead of the decline of the Indus civilization, even if there was a single cause. We cannot, put it our concern on single cause. Evidence from the Mohenjo-daro was suggested that the city suffered repeating flooding. कि एक बार नहीं आया, बहुत बार आया. Surely we cannot decline anything in one basic purpose कि the reason is there, so the things is happened there. We have a different reasons, and we have different causes as well. Right, so आपने अपनी क्लास में कौन है? इतना बता सकते हैं. Now, so this is very important to discuss all this, the reasons. So what about the whole, we can say the conclusion of the whole lecture, that we cannot stagnate on the one reason, that we have a problem like this, we have a problem like this, we have a floods, we have a violence, we have a lackness and the scarcity of the agriculture. We have a numerous of the things. We have a social problems. We have a cultural problem. People do not want to lead in a one way. People do not want to suffer in one way. People do not want to live in one place. So we have a numerous of the examples, everyone. It is very important to connect the examples. It is very important to check everything in a very broad aspect, that what is the social, the cultural, we can say, the administrative we can say, the political, the administrative we can say, the religious we can say. So it is important to check the dimension. It is very important to check the rest of the figures and rest of the things. Now, I just would like to mention in the short about the benefits of the mantra NCERT batch, everyone. We have a numerous of the benefits, features, basic understanding NCERT. We have a practice books. So we have a daily PDFs and NCERTs, everyone. You can download. The price is very nominal. I think 2,000 rupees is not the very much amount to the students who can get it. And we have important features NCERT topic wise batches we have. And we have a Zoom meeting. You can link with us. You can connect with us. You can ask your doubts, your problems as well. You have a direct conversation with the teacher. We have moreover 125 plus live sessions, class PDFs, and daily study plans we have. So batches already is running, and Vipin sir, Jubair sir, Amrinder sir, and Suchit sir will take different parts and sessions. Everyone, you can take it. Just download with the Play Store. Then you can register with your phone number and email ID. Just go ahead with the purchasing. You can use the payment mode and payment. What about the? You definitely can check the demo sessions, everyone. If you're not satisfied with the the launching batch, कि कहाँ पर क्या क्या चल रहा है, so you just go ahead ensuring yourself the batches are very prominent and playing a very vital role to preparing for UPSC examinations. So this is all about this session. We will meet at sharp at 4 p.m. We will discuss about the biography of Bhagat Singh. Don't forget to join me, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. And if you have any doubt, any problem, any comment, definitely you can ask me while putting your question in the comment box. Thank you so much for joining me.